Okay, hello, good evening, everyone. Wow, I thought there's no one today. All right, so what is up, guys? Welcome back to our August week one. All right, so happy Wednesday to you. This is our August week one lesson. All right, so what are we doing today? I hope you received your August notes. Okay, I hope you received your August notes because we are going into our August lesson today. All right, so I think we finished our chapter 6. This plant part, I don't know whether have I gone through this with you, but please don't focus. Okay, I've said this last week, I think, and I'll say it again. Please do not focus on the plant part because they are not coming out. All right, I mean, in fact, this exam might not even include chapter 6, isn't it? Okay, I don't know. It depends on your school. Right, anyway, so do not focus this plant part. I mean, if you want to study, there's not much to study also lah. You have terrestrial plant, okay, plants living on land, and then you have woody and herbaceous plant. You learn this in Form 2, and of course your aquatic plant is the plants living in water. Okay, they do something called floating. Okay, they have buoyancy force. And they use something called an aerenchyma tissue. That means they have air space in between their stems so that they can float. All right, so easy peasy stuff there. Nothing really much to say. All right, so let's go into our chapter 7 today, shall we? Okay, let's go into chapter 7. Sorry, I forgot to erase things I've written yesterday. All right, so let's go to chapter 7. Okay, this is a very interesting chapter. Okay, why? Because we will be studying hormones and we will be studying drugs. Okay, drugs. So very interesting lesson. Okay, very interesting lesson. And I would say this is the last chapter of biology. The last chapter, I would say, is it the last? I think that's almost the last really. Okay, so right. So anyway, let's look at 7.1. Okay, so this is called our human endocrine system. If you still remember your Form 1, most likely you don't, right? But if you still remember your Form 1, you learn 11 systems there, all right? You have your blood circulatory system, respiratory system, and then when it comes to this endocrine system, it looks really weird because there's only a few glands there, all right? The rest of the systems, they look really complicated, like your nervous system, your brain one, wow, you have nerves running everywhere, okay? And then when you have your blood circulatory system, also your vessels running everywhere. And then when it comes to this endocrine system, you're like, okay, this is weird. Okay, why is there only a few dots in the body there? Is there really a system, right? Yes, this is a system. In fact, this is quite an extensive system, okay, quite a complicated system. Okay, yes, Shaina, hello. Good evening. All right, we are in chapter 7. Okay, so this is your August notes. All right, I know most of you guys are having your midterm like really soon. I think we will do revision by next week. Okay, so if you receive your, okay, forgot to mention just now, if you receive your August notes, you have 2 copies of it. Okay, one inside there, that's the another copy, that's the revision notes, right? If you want, you can go and do that. Okay, you can go and do that. You can go and do that yourself before I discuss, sort of like a mini revision for yourself lah. All right, and of course the other copy is that chapter 7 lah. All right, so we are in chapter 7 today, so I'm not rushing into any revision just yet because so far I still think you can still handle them. All right, anyway, so let's look at our human endocrine system. Okay, so this is the system that secretes something called hormone. All right, you have hormones around your body. I'm sure at least you've heard of a few. Have you heard of adrenaline? Do you know what is this? Do you know what is adrenaline? This is the hormone you produce when you are in panic. Heard of it? Okay, let's say you got chased by a dog or something like that. Okay, that sinking stomach feeling. Okay, or you talk to someone you like, okay, you have that butterfly in the stomach. Is it above? Well, yes, it is. Okay, I mean, yes, it is. It is above to help you escape from danger. Yes, it is. That's a nice word to use. Okay, To put it simply, yes, it is. Okay. Yes, Neha, hello. Good evening. All right. So I'm sure you've heard of adrenaline. Have you heard of what is insulin? If I hope it doesn't come to this lah. If you have someone in your house, in your family that has diabetes, maybe the doctor will prescribe him or her insulin. Okay, I hope it doesn't come to this, because when doctor prescribe you insulin, that's kind of serious. Okay, you are in like the advanced stage of diabetes already. Only they will prescribe you this thing, or you're just born without insulin. Okay, what is this? I'll talk about that later. And I'm sure you heard of what is testosterone. Okay, so as a guy, your balls, okay, which is called your testes, your balls has two jobs. Many of us will just think, oh, our balls is just to produce sperm. Not only that, your balls is also to produce something called testosterone. This is the hormone that makes you a guy, a man. It gives you man characteristics. Okay, it makes your shoulder broad, it makes you grow facial hair, it gives you that boxy jaw look. Okay, it makes your voice deeper, it makes you grow muscles. All right, so-called those manly characteristics. Okay, they are given by your testosterone. Okay, and testosterone also make you taller. That's why being tall is another manly characteristic. Okay, I mean, girls, you wouldn't want to date a short guy, right? I mean, that's a very shallow thing to say, but hey, that's the truth. Okay, as ugly as it may sound, as shallow as it may sound, that's kind of the truth. Okay, anyway, and of course the counterpart of testosterone, that will be your estrogen. Okay, this is what makes girls. All right, it develops your breast and your hip, it makes your skin smooth. Okay, it doesn't target your shoulders, so girls have short, small shoulders. All right, it gives you that female characteristic. Okay, like you're shy around guys. Okay, you are emotional. All right, that's one of the characteristics. Okay, we should talk about that later. Okay, this hormones, guys, hormones I can talk whole day about this, because this is a very interesting system, right? Anyway, so this is what we call our human endocrine system. Okay, human endocrine system endocrine manusia. Okay, for those who are taking BM. All right, so what is an endocrine system? Endocrine system is a system that coordinates body function. Okay, do you know what is coordinate? Coordinate means to arrange things. All right, arrange things, to put it simply. Okay, what do I mean? Let's say you are an event coordinator. What does it mean? Okay, let's say you are having an event, you're having a road show or something. If you are the coordinator, that means you're sort of like a manager. You're arranging everything. Okay, where does the speaker goes? Which DJ do you hire? All right. Who makes the canopy? Who sets up the fan and things like that? How many workers to hire? You are the coordinator. All right. You coordinate everything. You arrange everything. So in our body, we have something called the coordination system. Okay, coordination system. All right. You have learned one of it in your Form 3. Okay, you have learned one of it, which is your nervous system. System saraf. Do you know what is this? Do you know what is this? In your Form 3, you learn in the first chapter, when you touch something hot, for example, okay, let's say you have a hot pot. Okay, without you knowing, you just go and touch it. So the heat is the stimulus. Remember, rangsangan, the stimulus. And then on your skin, I mean, inside your skin, there are these small, tiny sensors, we call it receptors. Remember? So the receptors, they will generate a signal. What is the signal called? What is the signal called? It is called a nerve impulse. Remember? So they will send a signal, a nerve impulse to your brain, and then your brain will say, okay, this is pretty hot. This idiot better withdraw his hand or her hand. Okay, so your brain will send another signal, send another nerve impulse to your muscle, and your muscle will say, okay, I receive your message, and I will contract now. So your muscle will move, and you withdraw your hand away from whatever hot stuff that you're touching. Okay, so that's your nervous system. All right, so that's the nervous system, and this is what we call coordination. All right, because from touching something to withdrawing your hand, your brain needs to arrange what needs to happen, which muscles need to contract, what do you need to respond with. That's your coordination. All right, so, and of course the second one, which we are learning now, that would be your endocrine system. Okay, system endocrine. So this is another, yes, the involuntary action. Yes, okay, the reflex action. Wow, Gabriel, that's good memory you have that. Right. Anyway, so the endocrine system is the same thing. All right. The difference is, okay, you might say, sir, why do we need two coordination system? Because nervous system is for something fast. All right. When you touch hot water, you need to respond fast. So that's your nervous system working. And your endocrine system, it's something slow. Right? This is to give you some prolonged response. So this is for something slow. So you have two systems there. And if you still remember, nervous system, they will send out an electrical signal. So your nerve is like the wires in your body. They will send electric signal. So your brain works on electricity, small electricity. All right. But your endocrine, they don't work this way. They work in a chemical way. We call it chemical signals, right? Chemical signals. And nerve system, okay, your nervous system, they are electrical signals. So they are same but different. Both of them gives you response, but they work in different ways. All right. The nervous system, they do it in a fast way and it's temporary. But endocrine system, they are slow, but they are permanent. Like your puberty is permanent, right? You can't just say, oh, I've grown so tall, I would like to be shorter. No, there's no way of going back. So you have two systems. So these two systems, they keep you alive. Guys, your coordination system is to keep you alive. All right. If I were to throw a knife in your face, will you just stand there and let the knife hit your face? No, you will just evade the whatever said object that's thrown to you. So that you don't get hit in the face. So that is what we call a coordination, right? Even now you are learning things, right? You are learning things, right? Every day you receive signals with your eyes, which signal to keep, which signal to throw away. Okay, let's say every day you receive a lot of information around you. For example, what t-shirt is your friend wearing today to tuition class? Okay, that is useless information. The next day you will forget it already. Okay, hey, what shirt did I wear yesterday? Okay, your friend asks you, you're like, okay, how the hell do I remember? See, you don't remember because it's not important. But if yesterday your friend said, I broke up with my boyfriend or girlfriend, and then you're like, oh, okay, you put this thing in your brain. So this is important information. So what information to keep in your brain? What information to throw away? That's your coordination system. Okay, so when you have coordination system error, that's when you become, you get things like, dementia, you forget things. Okay, you get Parkinson, you cannot control your muscles and all. You get what I mean, lah. So your endocrine system is one of the coordination system. All right. So endocrine, okay, let's look at endocrine glands. You have all these endocrine glands in your body. So you only have 5. Okay, you only have 5. We should mention that later. You might say, sir, 5 glands can make up a system. Yes, they are. Okay. Don't underestimate this. Okay. It might just look like 5 glands to you, but hey, doctors they study years for this. All right. They study years for this. So might look very simple to you. Sir, there's only 5 glands here. What's there to see? But they produce more than like 50 types of hormones. Right? So that is a really complicated system. It's a cascade of hormones inside your body. Okay, so it's a very complicated system. Okay, so this is your endocrine gland. So endocrine gland, they will produce something called hormones. All right, I'm sure you heard of this thing, right? I'm sure you heard of this thing. So you guys are going through puberty now, right? Okay, so you will hear people say, it's your hormones acting. Okay, you will do reckless stuff when you're Form 4 this year, right? Okay, you're still considered young, but I believe when you're in Form 1 and Form 2, okay, something like that, you just act recklessly. You just do stupid shit, isn't it? Okay, because that's your hormones acting. Your hormones is still, your body is still developing, so you're prone to doing some stupid shit. Okay, ask me how I know. Right, so a type of chemical substance act as messenger. So the job of a hormone is to send signal, is to send a message to tell certain parts of your body to do something. Okay, I'll talk about that later. Okay, it might be very blurry to you now. Okay, so endocrine glands okay, please highlight this. Endocrine glands, they are ductless gland. Very important to remember this. What is ductless gland? What is a duct? Duct is pipe. Duct is pipe. Okay, not duct tape, right? Why do they call it a duct tape? Because last time when your house okay, let's say you are when you're in a shopping center, you see those ducting, right? Okay, that means those pipes going on the ceiling. Okay, your AC ducts, okay, whatever ducts lah. So if something, if there's a duct in your house broken, you will use the tape and tape it. That's why we call it a duct tape. All right, so it is a ductless system, ductless gland. That means they don't have pipes. All right, if you look at your endocrine gland here, do you see any pipes here? Okay, you must say, hey sir, that's the pipe here. No, that's the bloodstream. This is your blood vessel. You see, your endocrine gland, they have no pipes. They make hormones. They will straight away throw it to your blood. Okay, most hormones, if not all, most hormones, they will go through your blood. Okay, that's why you go and do a blood test. You can test whatever hormones you want. So they will just throw the hormones into the blood. So there's no ducting here, you see, no pipe or whatsoever. Okay, for comparison, you know what is a salivary gland? You know what is a salivary gland? The gland in your mouth that produces saliva. Okay, as the name says. All right, so you see this endocrine, this salivary gland. Can you see there's duct there? Can you see there's a pipe there? Once they make saliva, they will use that pipe and send the saliva to your mouth. There. Okay, so this is a gland with ducts. Okay, so this is why your salivary gland, they are not an endocrine gland because they are not ductless. But your endocrine gland, they are ductless. They are without duct, no pipe. All right. So hormones are secreted directly into the blood circulatory system. Okay. So that means if you're a guy, you have balls, right? I hope. Okay. So if you have balls, your balls will produce testosterone, right? That male hormone, right? That male hormone inside your blood will travel around your body. Okay, travel around your body, and they see specific tissues, specific cells that they like, they will go and target them. Okay, this is why during puberty, a few cells in your body will be targeted, right? For example, what do you go through when you're going through a puberty? Your voice changes. Like I said just now, your voice changes. So that testosterone in your blood, they will target your voice. So your voice will develop and you get that deep, manly voice, right? And what else do they target? They target many things. They target your skin. Guys, testosterone makes your skin oily. Okay, so when you have oily skin, you have blocked pores. Okay, skin pores. That's why you get pimples, right? So you might say, sir, why do I get more pimples than girls? Because you have testosterone. If your skin is flawless like girls, then please go and get a hormone check because your hormone is not in balance, right? Your skin will never be as smooth as a girl because you have no estrogen. Not to say you don't have estrogen, you have a little bit of estrogen. Okay, so if your estrogen is more than other guys, as a guy, then you'll be a bit girly lah. That's what we call. I'm nothing against that, but this is why if you see those less manly guys, okay, those less manly guys, there's no, for lack of a better word, okay, those less manly guys, you see they have very nice skin because they have more estrogen than you. You see, so this is hormones working. So stop blaming it, sir. I get so many pimples. I did, right? I did. Okay, I'm a very normal guy. Okay, you see, I'm a very normal guy. Okay, I watch football. Okay, I play sports and whatnot. Okay, so I'm a very normal guy. So I get my fair share of pimples because I have my testosterone flaming through when I was your age. Okay, so that's a very normal thing to happen. All right, so they will go through your bloodstream. Okay, they will go through your bloodstream. Same goes to all hormones. Okay, so anyway, your endocrine gland function. Okay, so what's the function of endocrine gland? Like I said, they are for your coordination. They arrange your body processes, okay, what to do and what not to do. All right, so coordinates the activity of the body by responding to the stimulus. Stimulus is the rangsangan. You get stimulus from outside, so you respond to it from the environment. All right, so hormones, they are a type of protein. Okay, guys, do not underestimate your hormone. A little bit of hormones can do a lot of things. All right. So let's look at what are they. Okay. So your hormones they will stimulate the function of specific tissue organs. Like I said, specific tissue. Your testosterone, your male hormone, is going to target your voice, target your skin, target your shoulder, target your muscles, target your height. Okay. Will they target something like, let's say, your eye color? No, they don't. Okay, testosterone don't just go around your body targeting every cell. Okay, they will just target a few cells that makes you a man. Okay, you go and ask a girl, okay, you understand? You go and ask a girl, what do they find sexy about a guy? Usually it's that few. They need to be tall, okay? They need to have a straight jaw. They need to have beard. Okay, beard is a very subjective thing. Some girls, they think it's dirty. Some girls, they think it's hot, right? So beard, okay? But we all can agree that these fews are, okay, girls, they like it, okay? So tall, handsome, of course, okay? And then you have your jawline, okay? Muscular, okay? Not overly muscular, but at least athletic, okay? I mean, please don't tell me, oh no, sir, some girls, they like that bod. Stop lying, okay? Because that bod is not a sign of testosterone. It's not a sign of manliness, okay? Those are girls are lying to you, okay? So most girls will find these characteristics manly because your testosterone will target these few cells, okay? Hormones, they're very specific, okay? It's like, okay, think about it this way. It's like you go to a specialist, all right? Let's say you go to a gynecologist, okay? You know who's a gynecologist? Okay, that means they look at girl's part, your lady part, so that you can make children, okay? So you go to gynecologist, you go and tell the doctor, doctor, something is wrong with my throat. So she will tell you, why are you here? So you see, they are very specific. Same goes to your hormone. Your hormone just doesn't simply target other cells. They will target specific cells, all right? And of course, it has a slow response. Guys, as I said just now, hormones, they are slow, like painfully slow. Your puberty takes 5 years, right? For, let's say, for example, girls, you start your puberty around 11 or 12. Okay, we mentioned that last week, right? Your growth curve, you hit your puberty around 11 or 12. That's when you find guys very childish. All right, around your standard 5, you hit your puberty. And then you will stop growing at around 18-ish. So 6-7 years there. You see, this is a very long time. Okay, and for guys, it's the same thing. Like you start your puberty around 13 or 14, you stop around 20 or 21. Are there? Same thing, 6-7 years. So it's a really slow process. Okay, and then it has a prolonged effect. Slow and steady. They are slow, but their effects are prolonged. Okay, for long term, almost permanent. If you had your puberty, most of the puberty characteristics, they are here to stay. If puberty gives you a deep voice, that deep voice is irreversible. You cannot say, oh, I don't like my voice now, it's too deep, I want to reverse a little bit. Sorry, you can't do that. It's prolonged. All right. So if your puberty gives you broad shoulders, okay, you're like, I don't like my shoulder, I want to have smaller shoulders, then sorry again, okay, this is permanent already. So it has a prolonged effect, as you can see. So they are carried through blood circulation to targeted organ, which has a suitable receptor that is able to recognize and respond to the specific hormone. Wow, it's a mouthful, isn't it? So this basically says this, okay? They target specific tissues. All right. So guys, fun fact, you as a guy, as a lucky, as a guy, you have testosterone, you have that male hormone, but you have a little bit of female hormones too. All right, they are to keep your joints healthy, keep your skin and your blood vessels healthy. And then girls, they have the same thing. Girls, they have a lot of female hormones. They have a little bit of male hormones. All right. Guys, it's everything about balance. It's not that, oh, I'm a guy, I don't have female hormones, I have no estrogen. No, that's wrong. You have a little bit of it. All right. So everything needs to be in balance. Okay, you get what I'm trying to say? Hope I'm not confusing you, Okay, so basically, okay, so what's the take-home point? What's the take-home point? Your endocrine system, they are your coordination system. They coordinate your body. They are ductless gland. Hormones, they are very specific. Right, okay, so end of story. Okay, so this is one of the example here. One of the example here, when you see a snake, okay, this is quite lame. How often do you see a snake? Okay, for example, now, okay, let's talk about something you can relate to. Let's say now you are sitting in Perhimpunan. Okay, we all do this, right? Okay, during Monday, you sit in perhimpunan. And then you are, talking to your friend, whispering to your friend. Okay, you're not supposed to talk in perhimpunan, isn't it? So you're talking, and suddenly when the principal is talking, when the principal is on stage, they saw you two talking. So they ask you to stand up. Okay, she asked you to stand up right in front of everyone. So what do? Oh my God, you have that sinking stomach feeling. That's the adrenaline. Okay, that's the adrenaline. Okay, or okay, maybe you cannot relate to this. Sir, I very obedient one. Okay, I don't do this kind of thing. Okay, fine. Then let's just say you talk to someone you like for very long. Okay, let's say you have this crush on this guy or this girl for like 4 years. Okay, finally you got your guts up and you talk to him or her. That sinking stomach feeling, that we call it butterfly in the stomach. That's the adrenaline. Okay, so what do? This adrenaline, they will give. It's like like Gabriel just said, it's like a buff. Okay, they give you all these characteristics. They make you increase your heartbeat. Okay, so if you're very kanjiong, okay, very panic, so you increase your breathing, you increase your blood pressure, increase your blood glucose, increase your metabolism. So basically, your body is in overdrive. Okay, because this, guys, this is what we call a fight or flight response. Okay, have you heard of it? Have you heard of it? What does it mean by fight or flight? Either you fight the danger, you fight your enemy, or you flight away from it. That means you escape lah. So either you face the danger or you escape from it. So this is why you have here amazing stories like, maybe a mama, she crashed her car, her baby got trapped inside. Okay, and then suddenly she has this feat of strength. Then she lifted the car up and then she brought the baby out. That's because of the adrenaline. Okay, so because adrenaline unlocks your muscle potential, it gives you that extra edge to survive. All right, so take for another example, you're chased by a wild boar, for example. Okay, you're chased by a wild boar, whatever lah. So you being afraid of height, let's say you have never climbed a tree before. Wow, suddenly you can climb a tree. Okay, because it's either that or you die. So you die, you still crawl your way up to the tree. And then after the adrenaline wears off, you're like, okay, how the hell do I get down now? So you get what I mean, okay? So it gives you that extra boost so that you don't die. All right. Anyway, so what's the effect? So the heart pumps more blood to give more oxygen and glucose to your muscles, so your muscles can work harder. Muscles have more energy. So more glycogen is converted into glucose. Okay, what the hell is glycogen? I'll talk about that later. Okay, this is your storage of sugar, and you run. Okay, like you freaking run. Okay, even though you're not a very athletic person, you're like a couch potato. Wow, suddenly you can run. Okay, like with all your might and power, you just run. So that's the thing. That's your adrenaline. Okay, it keeps you alive. All right. So this is just one example. Okay, we have many others. Can you see? This is the coordination. You see something, you produce a hormone, you respond to it. So can you see from that receive of message and the reply of response? That is your coordination. So this whole thing is a coordination. This system, they coordinate what you do. They're like the coordinator. They arrange what you should do. Okay, you get what I'm trying to say? So that's your endocrine system. All right, so anyway, let's look at our glands. Okay, you have all these glands in your body. Okay, in fact, you only have 6, right? You only have 6. That's not a lot. Okay, compared to, you see, last year when you learn about the heart itself is already like, I don't know, 12 parts to memorize. Okay, very complicated system. You're like, yes, sir, this is so easy. Walao, there's only 6 parts here. Okay, don't be fooled by them. They are not as easy as you think. All right, of course, what you learn is going to be easy. Okay, so let's start from the head. Let's start from the head. Okay, inside your brain, there's this tiny bean. Okay, it's like literally a bean. Okay, because it's like 2 cm. That's what we call a pituitary gland. Okay, pituitary gland. This gland is ultra super duper important because this is the boss. All right, I shall mention that later. So your pituitary gland is also called the master gland because they control everything. All the other glands here, your thyroid gland, adrenal gland, pancreas, ovary, or your testes, they all have to ask permission from the pituitary gland. So if your pituitary gland doesn't switch on, your other glands, they won't switch on. Okay, so they are like the master. So they are like the boss, they control everything. So this is your pituitary gland. Okay, they're not that big, as you can see. It's like a small bean size here. All right, but their function is more important than you think. All right, so anyway, going down. Okay, going down to your throat. Inside your throat, there's this butterfly-looking gland. Can you see? It looks like a butterfly. Okay, it's in your throat here. This is what we call your thyroid gland. Okay, thyroid gland. Have you heard of thyroid, guys? Have you heard of thyroid? Okay, this gland will control something what we call your metabolism. Okay, metabolism, right? I'm sure you have heard some people, they say, no matter how much they eat, they won't get fat. Okay, but some people, they get fat easily. So that's something to do with your metabolism. All right. This is the word that your mom likes to use, okay? Oh, this person has fast metabolism. This person has slow metabolism. And then you're just sitting there thinking, okay, what the hell is metabolism? That's controlled by your thyroid gland. Okay, very important as well. Okay, next, going down. Okay, going down. Next, it's above your kidney. This is what we call your adrenal gland. You know the adrenaline we mentioned just now. That's secreted by your adrenaline. Okay, your adrenal gland. So they're above your kidney. All right, and then next to it, very close to it, is what we call your pancreas. Okay, they kind of look like a leaf thing. All right, guys, if you still remember your digestive system, your pancreas is in it. All right, so for those, maybe you don't but for those who remember, you might say, sir, isn't pancreas in our digestive system? Yes, they are. Okay, this thing is part of a digestive system. So what the hell are they doing here? Because your pancreas has two jobs. Okay, your pancreas, they will do digestion for you, number one, and number two, they will function as a endocrine gland. They will produce hormones for you. So you see, your pancreas is kind of important because they have two jobs. All right, so if you cut this thing away, if you have a pancreatic cancer, you have to remove your pancreas, you are gonna be a whole world of trouble because you cannot digest food and you cannot produce a certain hormones. So your pancreas, all right, really important. I'll mention that later. And of course, for guys, you have your testes. That's your balls. All right, for girls, you have your balls as well. It's called ovary. All right, girls have balls too. Okay, it's just that our guys on ours hang outside, okay, because we need our balls to be cooler. All right, so your balls is to produce, a guy's balls is to produce your male hormone. A girl's balls is to produce female hormones. All right, so they're like the counterpart of each other. Okay, so you have these 6 glands here. Okay, really interesting stuff. Okay, I shall mention that one by one later. All right, so I believe you have no question. Okay, I see the chat is like quiet there. You guys are you guys okay? Are you guys okay? So you guys quiet. I assume you have no questions. Okay, so far it's still quite easy, isn't it? Okay. Anyway, so moving on. Let's go to the next part. Let's look at all these glands one by one. Yes, you have to memorize these. All right. So okay, you might say, wow, so there's a lot. That's a lot of things to memorize. They are not really that much things to memorize. Okay, I will explain that one by one, and you will find it quite easy later. Okay. Anyway, so the first one, let's look at the pituitary gland. Like I said, this fella is the master gland. Okay, as you can see here, master gland. We call it Kelenjar induk. Kelenjar induk means master gland. And of course, in the BM, pituitary gland is called Kelenjar pituitary. Okay, as you know, translation of BM, they are usually the same word. Okay, anyway, so what does your pituitary gland produce? Guys, pituitary gland, they produce like 20, 30 types of hormones. Okay, you have your HCG, okay, human chorionic gonadotrophin. You have your ADH, okay, which is here, antidiuretic hormone. You have your so many things, okay, GHRH, growth hormone releasing hormone. Okay, you have thyroid stimulating hormone, TSH. You have follicle stimulating hormone, FSH. You have luteinizing hormone, LH. Guys, if I want to talk about pituitary gland, I can use like 3 days. Okay, but hey, your job is very easy. For you, pituitary gland, they only produce 2 hormones, which is what we call an antidiuretic hormone, ADH, or growth hormone. Okay, please highlight your growth hormone. This is your main guy to memorize. Okay, this antidiuretic hormone, it's not really that important. Okay, so what is this? Okay, let's mention this first. All right, so what is a diuretic? Guys, do you know what's a diuretic? A diuretic is a medicine that makes you pee. All right, so let's say if you have high blood pressure, doctor will give you diuretic so that you pee your water out. When you pee water out from your blood, you get less water in the blood, you are less watery. So you will, you don't have that much of a high pressure. Your blood pressure will decrease a little. So that's your diuretic. All right. Alcohol is a diuretic. Do you know that? This is why you get hangover. Okay. Guys, have you heard of what is hangover? Do you know what is hangover? Okay, maybe you don't. You're still 16. Okay, guys, next time, if you drink alcohol, if you get yourself drunk today, like piss drunk, you're like completely forgotten what you have done, that kind of drunk. The next day when you wake up, you'll be greeted by this pounding headache. Okay, this brutal pounding headache. Why? Because you are dehydrated. Your body is lacking water. So why? Because alcohol makes you pee. Alcohol is a diuretic. They make you pee all your water out, so you are dehydrated and you go to sleep dehydrated. It's gonna make your brain not very comfortable, so you wake up with this huge pounding headache. That's what we call a hangover. You should experience that next time, okay? Anyway, so this is your diuretic. So what is the anti-diuretic hormone? As the name says, they stop you from peeing. You see, alcohol is a diuretic. Diuretic makes you pee. Anti-diuretic stops you from peeing. So it's the opposite. All right, you might say, sir, why do we need to stop peeing? This is for your ADH. What is this for? This is for when your body lacks water. All right. Like I said, if you keep drinking alcohol, you keep peeing, your body will respond to the alcohol by producing more ADH to stop you from peeing. So can you see how funny is it? Your body is like fighting. Your alcohol say, please pee. And then your brain is like, no, by producing this ADH. All right. So what else situation do you make this ADH? When you are exercising. Okay. Let's say now you are running a marathon or something. You don't drink water. You are so dehydrated. Okay. Your mouth and your tongue, they are very dry. So your body will produce ADH to stop you from peeing. Not to say you won't pee. You will still pee, but your pee will be very small amount and it's very yellow. Right? When you exercise, after your PJK or after your cocoa, when you go pee, your pee is like very little, very, very concentrated. That's the ADH working. Okay, your ADH is like telling your kidney, okay, this ADH will go to your kidney. Okay, it will go to your kidney, and then this ADH will say, hey guys, can you stop throwing so much water away? This guy is lacking water. So your kidney is like, okay, so your kidney just stops peeing. So you will get very, very little pee out of your body. This is a survival thing, guys. This is a survival thing. They don't want you, your body is trying to conserve water so that you don't get dehydrated, right? So it controls the quantity of water absorbed by the kidneys. All right. So if you say, sir, this ADH very troublesome, can I don't memorize? Yeah, sure. Because very seldomly they will come out. What is going to come out is going to be this next. Okay, growth hormone, GH. Okay, wow, this is your best friend. Okay, why do I say so? Because growth hormone, as the name says, they make you grow. Right? So you might say, sir, what determines my height? What makes me grow taller or shorter? This is the key. All right, then you are saying, then sir, why am I so short? Why is my friend so tall? Because for some reason, mostly due to genetic, you don't produce enough growth hormone. That's the way it is. Okay. If your dad and your mom, they are short, that means they don't have the gene to produce a lot of growth hormone. Okay. And most likely they will pass that gene to you. So you don't produce that much of growth hormone as well. So you're short. Okay. So if you're on the other hand very active, your dad is like super tall, your mom is another super tall one. Okay, everyone in your family is tall. Well, congratulations, you struck the genetic lottery. Okay, you're like one of the chosen few, the chosen one. Okay, so you have a lot of growth hormone, so your bone will lengthen a lot. Okay, guys, this growth hormone, they will mainly target your bone. Okay, so they will tell your bone, hey guys, please grow more. And then your bone will be like, okay, so they grow more, then you grow long, your bones grow longer, then you become taller lah. Okay, so if you say, sir, is there a way to increase my growth hormone? Yes, there are. There are three main ways to increase your growth hormone. I've mentioned this already. Number one, you sleep. Guys, you produce a lot of growth hormone when you are sleeping. Okay, so this is why I always say, please get enough sleep. I cannot stress this enough. You are growing during your teenage years. If you don't sleep, you can't grow. Okay, you produce growth hormone when you are sleeping. Okay, so that's number one, sleep. Number two, exercise. When you exercise, you put that stress on your body. Okay, exercise is a stressful thing to do. I mean, for your body, physically stressful. So when you stress your body by exercising your muscle, your body will say, huh, so much stress, I better grow out of it. I better grow more. So exercising makes you produce more growth hormones. That's why you grow taller by exercising. You don't grow taller just by sitting at home watching anime. I mean, if you do, then congratulations, okay, you won that genetic lottery again. But you most likely you don't, okay? So please go and exercise, okay? So that's number two. And number three is your diet. Is your diet. Okay, studies they show, I'm not bullshitting you, this is proper studies, studies they show when you eat a high protein diet, as you eat a lot of chicken, you eat a lot of eggs per day, every day, if you eat a high protein diet, your body will respond by producing a lot of growth hormone. So you see, you need three things. You need to sleep, you need to eat, and you need to move. Right? You must say, sir, isn't this a healthy way of living? Exactly. You live healthily by doing these three things, you grow healthily too. No brainer, isn't it? So if you, okay, guys, you're 16 this year. If you're a girl and you say, sir, I want to grow taller, okay, that's 2 more years to go because you grow until you're 18, right? And you say, sir, can I grow taller in these 2 years? I would say, don't put your hopes on it because your growth plates they are almost closing. Okay, your bones they are almost done. Okay, they almost want to balik kampung already. Like not growing anymore. Okay, so if you're a guy, okay, you're 16 this year, right? Maybe you have like 5 more years to grow. So for the love of God, please sleep more. And please eat enough, eat more protein, okay? And please exercise. All right, so this is your growth hormone. Okay, so guys, this growth hormone, okay, guys, hormone is not like, oh, the more you have, the better. Hormone is all about balance. Okay, why do I say so? You might say, wow, sir, this growth hormone is like so good, right? We should have like more of it. Yeah, you know what else growth hormone makes you grow? Growth hormone makes your bones grow longer. That's a good thing. But growth hormone also makes your cancer cell grow more. Is it a good thing? No. So you see, you don't, just because you don't produce certain growth hormone, doesn't mean like you go sad, oh my God, I don't produce this much. Hey, if you produce more growth hormone, you might accelerate your cancer growth. If cancer runs in your family, you might have cancer cell already. All right. If you give more growth hormone to your body, that growth hormone is going to make your cancer cell accelerate. They will grow faster. Maybe your grandpa get cancer at 60, you get cancer at 40. Do you want that? So you see, hormone is all about balance. It's not like, oh, sir, wow, growth hormone is so good, right? I'm going to have all of it. Okay. Hey, guys, do you know that certain celebrities, they want their kids to grow taller. They will bring their kids to doctors and they will ask the doctors to prescribe them growth hormone. Okay, to give them growth hormone injection during their teenage years so that they grow taller. Guys, this is like hacking. But yeah, if you have the money, then sure. You know who is Donald Trump, right? You know who is Donald Trump, right? Donald Trump, he himself is not very tall. Okay, the wife is also not very tall. Have you seen his son? His son is really like 6 feet something tall. Why? Because some people, they suspected he brought his son to, receive this growth hormone therapy. I mean, come on, the guy is so damn rich. Okay, what's a few $1,000s to give his son some growth hormone? Okay, so if you have the money, you might say, sir, I'm like 1.5 something. Okay, I want to be 1.6 something. Okay, can I go and get growth hormone? Yeah, if you go to certain doctors, maybe they can prescribe it for you. I'm just saying, okay? So, I mean, guys, height is just one thing, okay? If you're tall, but you have shitty personality, that doesn't carry you very far as well. Right, anyway, so as you can see, they stimulate growth in children, okay? So you produce a lot of growth hormone when you're young, maintains healthy body composition in adults, okay? What does it mean by body composition? What is body composition? When you are young, you have a lot of muscles and very little fats, right? And as you grow older, even though your weight doesn't change, you are same like 60 kg, but your body composition change. You have less muscle and more fats now. This is why you look better when you're younger. Because you have more growth hormone. You just keep more muscle on you. And as you grow older, you lose more. You don't produce that much growth hormone, so you start to lose muscle mass. Guys, this is a part of life. You don't say, oh, sir, I want to be 50 years old. I want to have 0 wrinkles. Not gonna happen. All right. Or you want to say, sir, I want to be 60. I want to be that silver fox granddad. I want to be like really muscular when I'm 60. Yeah, you can, but it's not gonna be easy. You still can do it, but you know, it's not gonna be easy. I mean, how many 60-year-old look awesome to you? There are a few, but you know, not many. All right, so as you get older, you produce less growth hormone. That's a given. All right, so maintains the muscle and bone mass of muscle. Like I said, okay, it makes your muscle grow more. It makes your bone grow more as well, so that you grow taller. Okay, so guys, this is a growth hormone. So next week, if we have the time, we'll go into this growth hormone deficiency. What happens when you have too little growth hormone? You get something called dwarfism. You don't grow taller, lor. But if you have too much of it, you have uncontrolled growth. You're like 7 feet. Guys, 7 feet, you're like a flagpole in Malaysia already. 7 feet is like 210 cm. You want to be like that? Okay. And of course, you get acromegaly. That means your bones facial feature will change. You will get that boxy face. Okay, I'll talk about that next week. Okay. So anyway, this is a growth hormone. Okay, moving on. Let's go to our thyroid gland. Right. So your thyroid gland will produce something called thyroxine. Okay, thyroxine. Now, what is this thyroxine? This thyroxine will control something called your metabolism. All right, so this word is like a myth. Okay, sir, it's that magical word your mom likes to use. Okay, trust me lah. Most of your mom, when they say metabolism, they have no goddamn idea what do they mean. They just hear it from newspaper or from news. Oh, metabolism. That's like a cool scientific lingo. Wow, they are like it makes yourself sound very smart. Wow, metabolism. So what is it really? Okay, metabolism is your body process. Okay, it's your body process. How many cells you grow every day? How many cells you kill every day? How much food you digest? Okay, how much you grow? Okay, your body processes. Imagine your body is like an engine. It's like an engine. How fast this engine goes, that's your metabolism. Some people, they are born with their engine running very quickly. High metabolism. Some people, they are born with their engine running more chill. Their engine is like, not running very fast. So that's low metabolism, right? So what do you get? Okay, when you have low metabolism, your body just, you're not very active. Okay, you're just not very active. You don't burn that much calories. You just store fats. Okay, whereas people with huge high metabolism, they will just burn off their fat. Their body is like a furnace. They will just burn off their fat. That's your metabolism. Okay, so you must say, so why is this one unfair? Why some people, they don't gain weight easily, some people gain weight easily? Okay, that partly has to do with your metabolism. All right, so this is your thyroxine. So your thyroid gland is here. Your thyroid gland is here, okay, in your neck. Okay, so this place can get cancer, guys. Okay, most of these glands, they can get cancer. Okay, you have something called pituitary cancer, and then you have something called thyroid cancer. Okay, so thyroid cancer is like when you get, have you heard of goiter? When you study Form 2, in that nutrition chapter, when you don't eat enough iodine, you still remember? If you don't eat enough iodine, your neck is gonna swell. Okay, you get a swelling neck thing. That's the goiter lah. Okay, that's when your body thyroxine goes out of control. That's your thyroxine. All right. So it controls the physical and mental development in children. Guys, children, okay, if you ask, sir, why are children so annoying? Okay, I agree, children are really annoying. So why are they so annoying? Because they have very high metabolism. Children, they are supposed to have high metabolism. Okay, you won't see a child sitting there alone, like really quiet one, unless something is loud. Okay, so usually kids will just run around, they will just, go crazy. Okay, you go and you go a kindergarten, you know what I mean. I mean, I'm sure you have your fair share of monkey story when you were in your kindergarten, your preschool, isn't it? So that's when your metabolism is very high. So guys, a child being really active, having really high metabolism, that's very normal. That's why kids, they don't stop running. They don't stop asking you questions. Why? So I was the annoying kid, okay? So because they are learning, they are trying to grow. So a kid is supposed to have high metabolism. If they don't, they will get mental retardation, okay? Which we'll go into that next week, you see. Thyroxine, if you don't have enough, you are going to create stunted physical and mental growth development, which is not a good thing, all right? So kids are supposed to be active, as annoying as they seem, right? So that's the thyroxine. Okay, so let me finish this adrenaline, and we shall call it a day, I guess. All right, so what is your adrenal gland? Adrenal gland, they will produce something called adrenaline. I think I mentioned this just now. So adrenaline is the hormone that makes you panic. Okay, that heart beating out of your chest feeling, the sinking stomach feeling, that's your adrenaline. All right, so as you can see, they put your body into overdrive, all right? They increase your metabolism, increase your heartbeat, increase your glucose, dilating your size of the pupil so your eyes open, all right? So guys, this is a good thing to help you survive. But if you have long-term elevated adrenaline, that's not a good thing. Guys, if you're constantly stressed by your work, constantly stressed by your studies, your body is going to have an all-time high adrenaline level. So what is it going to do? Your heart cannot rest. Your heart is constantly beating fast. That's how you get anxiety. Okay, and prolonged long-term high level of adrenaline, how do you sleep? You can't sleep. This is why when you are stressed, when exam is around the corner, okay, I hope you don't stress because of exam. Okay, so if you are so stressed out by something, you cannot sleep because your adrenaline keeps coming out. It keeps making your heart beat faster. So you're just lying on your bed. You're like, oh my God, I cannot sleep. Your heart is like racing. So that's the adrenaline, right? And believe it or not, I know it sounds funny. Some people, they are addicted to this adrenaline. What do I mean? You know what is adrenaline junkie? You know what's adrenaline junkie? Some people, they are obsessed with this adrenaline feeling. This is why people sometimes they will do things that makes them panic. For example, going on a roller coaster. Some people, they go for bungee jumping. Okay, why? Because bungee jumping, I mean, I won't. I'm very scared of height. But some people, they are very fond of this kind of extreme activity. Some people do parkour. They jump from buildings to buildings. Why? Because it gives them that adrenaline rush. Wow, so they feel very fun. Okay, so that's why we have all these daredevils doing crazy shit. Okay, they climb buildings without harness. All right. Some people, they go gambling. Gambling is the same thing. Okay, you don't know when are you going to win that money, and when you lose that money, it's gonna be huge consequences. Is that excitement. Some people, they go stealing. You know, it's kleptomania. You know, it's kleptomania. It's a mental disease. Some people, they get excitement from stealing. They want that adrenaline feeling. Have you heard of what is runner's high? Some people, they get high by, running a marathon. So that's an adrenaline rush. All right. Anyway, so you know what? I think I'm going to stop here. Next week, I shall finish this with you. All right. And we shall go into that deficiency and excessive. What happens when you have too little of certain hormones? What happens when you have too much of a certain hormones? All right. So guys, I hope you learned something new today. Okay. I know it's a lot of, mumbo jumbo stuff today, but I hope this is interesting for you. All right. So guys, I will see you guys at the same time next year. All right. So have a happy Wednesday. I shall see you again. All right. So take care. See you. Good night and bye-bye.